to AfriTrends in Diaspora. I'm so glad you clicked on this video. Today I'm going to be doing a topic on moi moi and most importantly on how to wash beans. Because many of us Africans actually know how to make moi moi or beans ball, beans cake, but we have difficulty washing the beans. So in this video, I'm going to show how you can wash the beans very easily, how I wash my beans very easily, it doesn't take time at all, and how I wrap the alu folie for my beans. Now, what I usually do is I wash like about 2-3 kilos of beans and freeze them away. And I fold my alu folio and pack it away so that whenever I want to make moi moi, it doesn't take me any time at all. I just bring out my beans, my alu folio, and tack, it's in the pot and it's ready to eat. And I'm dedicating this video especially to all my friends who keep on saying, Maria, bring moi moi for me. And when I say, why don't you make it yourself? They say, yeah, it's too difficult to wash the beans. So here's how to wash beans for moi moi. So what I do first is to soak my beans in lukewarm water for 5 minutes. So here we go. My beans and lukewarm water, not too hot or cold, just lukewarm water. And I soak them like this for just about 5 minutes, highest 10 minutes. So now what I do, I had to try it out once with this blender. It's new, so I'm not quite familiar with it. You just put in your beans, not too much. Yeah, that will do. This blender is quite good, so. And a lot of water. So you see, I really have like a lot of water so that the beans can swim in it. And then I put on the blender on a very low setting, or the lowest possible if need be. And I count to about 30 or 20. Better try with 20, depends on the blender. You can always... Oops. So let's look at that. See, you can check the beans, here you go, and see if the skin is off. So you see that the skin is all off. Now I have my beans all nicely blended to crack up this beans and get the skin off. I now have to wash them, and you don't really need much energy or to really wash them, just a little bit, not like if you hadn't blended the beans. And you see that all the skin is virtually off. You have to, when you are blending, you have to really get the hook of it and look at the beans to make sure you get as much skin off as possible. If not, you might find half of them still have their skins tightly on, and that gives you a lot of work. And then you sieve out the water. Now just look at that. After one wash, hardly any scrubbing. Most of it is already gone. So you have to do that a couple of times, but it's definitely not as difficult as if you hadn't used the blender. You know? So So just scrub a few times. And again, turn your bowl, like try to circle a bit, and pour it off. So I'm going to be doing this like 3 or 4 times, but I'm not going to bore you making the video long, but you can see that almost everything is out. So by the time I give it 2-3 more washes like that, it's going to be good. So that's the second. Now this is what my beans look like after 2 more washes. You can see that there are still a few that have their skin on. So after removing the water, this time I'll just pick on those few. They're always on the surface, and rub them a bit, you know. So, you know, the last few. When I'm making beans, moi moi at home, I don't really mind if there's still a little bit of skin on it, because yeah, it's all edible, isn't it? But if I have visitors and I'm taking my moi moi anywhere, then yeah, I have to do a bit more of the work. But this way, when there's no water, you can also get off a little water. Look and get off the last few. Yeah, let me do this. I don't want to, you know, make it look like any wonder or miracle. Then you go and try it on your own and say, oh, she lied. It's not that easy. So you can see, still have some skin on here, and I wasn't quite satisfied. So okay, but this is okay. You can see the rest few I can pick out before using them. Yeah, so there it is. Washed beans. Took me about, if I hadn't been talking and making this video, I would say it would take me like 15 minutes to wash this. So that's the next. So now to the aloo folie. As I said earlier on, I always make my aloo folie days before I make my moi moi. So you can see here I have some, and I'm almost running out. So maybe today in the evening while I'm watching a film, I might fold some more aloo folie, so that anytime I want to make moi moi, I don't have to start all over again. So you just take the aloo folie. Sorry you can't see my face, but I want to make sure you see this. And you fold it once. About this, you know, then I press firmly with your finger. Once more, I can do about 5 of these at a time, or 10. Press firmly with your finger. So let me just do 2. This will give me, see that, folded. Then fold it once more. So I have 4 now. Each one looks like this. And then I start folding on the sides. Really, 1, 2, each time pressing down. 3, I can even bend it once more. And you have to really press it firmly, because if not, the moi moi will run out while you're pouring it in. One. Tiny folds, tiny folds. I mean, this just takes patience. So each time pressing down. Right. Now these are a bit small, you could make it longer. So if you want to add more moi moi, then you have to like more of the moi moi. If you want bigger moi moi, you have to make it like bigger, which is probably better, because then you have enough space to close it, enough area at the top to close it. Hold it. So, that's it. Hold it. Again, fold it. It's normally better to do this before making your moi moi, as I say, because it's not difficult, but you need patience to do it. So I have my beans washed. Normally I would have had them frozen, as I keep saying. And I have my aloo folio, so the rest is pretty easy. Blending the beans. Now, it's just so important that you have a good blender for moi moi, because if you've got a weak blender, it doesn't grind quite so smoothly, and you need a lot of time. So not too much water. A bit more. So about this much water. So you need a good blender, otherwise it doesn't grind so smoothly. With the last batch, I don't pour all out because I will use some to grind the other ingredients. So that I don't add much water. What do you put into moi moi? It all depends. Some people put dry fish, crayfish, egg, coconut. You can actually put what you like into moi moi, and this video was more about washing the beans and but I'll show you what I put in my moi moi. I put in onions. So one, with this quantity, I think I'll take 2 onions, and maybe a small half, not too much or it starts tasting kind of bitter. Pepper, of course. The pepper here is quite sharp, and I like my moi moi sharp. I always put some paprika in my moi moi. That's because I just feel it gives it a better texture, because I don't like my moi moi so strong, and if you put too much water, it kind of waters down the taste. Then I'm not putting crayfish or anything, but I have some stock here from meat I boiled today, so I'm going to add that, since I'm not putting any crayfish or anything. When my daughters are around, they're vegan, vegetarian, then I don't add meat stock. Then Maggi and a little bit of salt, not too much. Beans kind of taste salty, so it's better you taste it first and see, because the end product is always saltier than when it's raw. enough. So here. Now some people don't put any oil, some people put vegetable oil, olive oil, but I just love my palm oil. So I'm going to put in a bit of palm oil. And let's see. Good. Okay. Good. So that's my finished product. You can see quite a large quantity. Moi Moi. As I said, no need making a comment, put this or put that, put egg. The beans is the basic, and onions, I guess, but anything else you want to put, left to your taste and your fantasy. Then you get your pot. This is my famous Moi Moi pot. I think this pot has served me over 20 years, my pot. And I just spread some foil on the bottom, you see that? And a spoon. Now this part requires some patience, but with time, initially it seems difficult, but with time you kind of get used to it. I normally put in like 3 spoons, not too much. And then I fold the under, so that the edges sticking out don't bust the other one. Then you just close it on the top. Leave a little space because Moi Moi has a way of swelling in the pot. So if you need to, you can put a bowl of water beside you to keep washing your hands if you get them all, your fingers all messed up. But with time, you get the hang of it. Don't put in too much because it will just bust out on the edges. So I generally put like 3 spoons and I fold it close, twist the bottom edge. So there we go. The Moi Moi is all wrapped up in alu foil. You see, you can add water directly on it. It doesn't matter, you don't need steam because in the alu, it's totally sealed up. Nothing is going to happen. Then I fill up my pot and put it on the fire, and this could take about 45 minutes or more, depending on how much Moi Moi you have. So that's sealed up and it's going to go on the fire, and I'll get back to you with the finished product. So while this is cooking, I'll be, tidying up my kitchen, and something else I'll do is I wouldn't leave my kitchen because I just don't go out of my kitchen when I'm cooking. That's just a security measure I take. So it's exactly 55 minutes later, and here we go. I'm checking on my moi moi, a little bit spilled out, but that's no problem. I can wash it off. So here, can always try with a fork and know if it's done and taste it. Delicious, done. So you know what they say, the taste of the pudding is in the eating. So here's my moi moi, and it's still hot. It's normally good to leave it for some time. Going to unwrap it. So Adama is my hardest critic, you know. Should always tell you it tastes good or doesn't. So Adama, Provia. Huh? Be honest. Does it taste good?
No.
Yes?
Yeah.
I didn't say finish my moi moi, you were to taste it. It's hot, eh?
Yeah.
Hot. So, gate or good? Okay, thank you. So, thanks so much for having the patience to watch this video to the end. My critic said it goes, it's good. So, Adama, now, it goes or it's good?
It's good.
Okay, good. So, try it out yourself and good luck. Bye. Now, I have to continue this video because Adama that said it goes is busy finishing the moi moi. So, bye, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this video.
Bye.